What's up, guys? My name is Ted DarkClaw, and with me, as always, is Aaron, the Black Knight. Aaron, how the hell are you doing, my friend?
Dude, I'm doing great. Happy Easter to you.
Yeah, happy Easter to you. You should be proud of me. Look, I figured out which side you're on now.
I finally feel more at home at my original spot.
Can I say something real quick? I have missed hearing our song, man. Man, I really needed that. It has been a long 2 weeks, and I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, man.
I just saw you like yesterday.
Yeah. Long time. I drink a lot, you know.
Yeah,
you know how we roll.
Yes, I do.
So, how was your Easter? You have small kids, so
I do. It was all right. Jaden was in a Easter play this morning, so we got up at the butt crack of dawn and got him ready, and the missus' mom's birthday was today, so we kind of had the double scoop of Easter and birthday. So
gotta love those April birthdays, man. Never know when it'll be Easter.
Exactly. But other than that, man, it was just a good day. Watching TV, betting on some sports as always.
we all know I shouldn't do that.
No, wow. Maybe you should. You'll probably get luckier than I do.
Well, I guess we'll see. I'll just guess, just like I do with the UFC picks, man. I'm just whatever their name is sounds good. I bet he could win.
Exactly. That's kind of how I do it, except for I actually try to do research on it and it doesn't work.
That's fair. Well, I spent the day not dealing with children, not going to Easter plays. And I got to get some rounds of some Marvel Champions in. Then I went to the in-laws just for a little bit. And then I came home and played some Marvel Champions again because we didn't have a lot of orders to pack today, which was nice. You know, everyone gave me a little break here. So I appreciate that. And now I'm here. And we got a special show tonight, man. We have a guest again.
Yeah, it's good to have those every once in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So our guest tonight, if you guys didn't see all the promotional stuff that we've been doing, he is the host of the Infinity Equation podcast, which I consider to be like the OG of toy podcasts. Like they've been around longer than most. So I would like to welcome our guest, Mr. Dark Jokerzin. We all call him Dante. Dante, push the button. There you are. Hey. What's up, man? How you doing?
Remember, now it's your tribal chief.
Well,
I'm on the island of relevancy thanks to you.
I mean, Sentinel still got his. He's still part of the ones.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to go back into heel mode, so I have to go back to support my boy Cody. But next time the wrestling show, whenever the wrestling show comes around, I just switch back over to hailing our tribal chief. I'm a fair weather fan.
There you go. Hey, there's nothing wrong. Oh shoot, not that son. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So, Dante, how was your Easter Sunday, sir?
It was great. I relaxed. Watched some Simpsons and some shoot. What did I say earlier?
X-Files.
X-Files. Thank you.
One of us had to remember.
Yeah, I was like, I'm getting old. I know I watched something today in the old folks' home. They had TV on. I was just watching me.
Something. That's awesome. Well, the chat came here not to see any of us actually, just to get the age-old question answered. So, Aaron, you know how that chat be.
I do.
They would like to know what you sipping on.
Well, I mean, you already know. I mean, let's just put it out there right now. But where's it at? We're Fantastic Toy Reviews, Bill. Good seeing you, my friend. He's saying that he hopes that I have my favorite high gravity beverage, and you know what? I do. Right here in this Hello Dope mug, rocking the Spike Steel Reserve Strawberry, because that was all they had this week. I'm trying to get that orange soda though, because that one hits differently. But yeah, we're sticking to old trusty strawberry this week. Ted, you might as well get on board, man. It's just a matter of time. It's only been 20 years.
We all know how I feel about that yak piss, man.
It's all right, man. It's like I said, it's flavored now, so it's different. It's not the same anymore.
It got me off the Smirnoff, so
ain't that the damn truth. I'm receiving a message on my cell phone here. It is saying for me to also ask you, sir, what are you sipping on?
What am I sipping on? What a great question. What a good-looking question, sir. In my hella dope mug made by Simi Skies, who I believe is not here yet because she's doing college girl stuff, I am sipping on a traditional Dark Claw. No hot teddy tonight. I haven't had to use my voice all week, so I don't need anything to prep. I don't need this sexy voice to have any outside influence upon it. Diet Pepsi and vodka, and then I'm always double fisting, sir. So we have the classic Miller Lite. Now, fun story about this Miller Lite. On our Tuesday wrestling show, I might have said they were an official sponsor. Turns out I got a letter, and it was a cease and desist. And I opened it up, and it literally said, "Keep my beer's name out your fucking mouth."
and then did it slap you?
No, then some guy came out of the bushes and punched me in the stomach.
Oh, yeah. You gotta be careful with those, man.
You know what? It's still better than Kid Rock coming and shooting up my house. So we're gonna call a win a win.
went there with Kid Rock. That's
we got to stay relevant on this show, right? Right.
Welcome to the show, Dante. Thank you.
Hey, just join it. Join the scenery.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah,
we
go
have to
ahead.
ask you a question, sir, as a humbled guest on the This Is Hello Dope show. It wouldn't be right if we were to ask ourselves, but we need to know, sir, what are you sipping on?
What are you sipping on?
Usually it'd be coffee, but I was too lazy to make it. So right now it's just a good old fashioned Bobby Boucher H2O. Keep me hydrated.
Man, you gotta keep those.
And I got work tomorrow too. So
yeah, me too.
I do not.
You can go to hell.
I have to do hella dope things. So
that's just about as equal work as the next.
it's some days it is, man. I wake up and there's like 12 boxes to pack, and I'm like, oh boy, I don't understand this midnight to 4 a.m. placing orders things. They all watch the show, they start sipping on things, and they just start drunk buying.
No, for real, you guys they be wild. Like my phone be chiming at like 3 a.m. Like
yeah, they get wild over at helladopetoys.com. All right, well, before we start talking to our amazing guests tonight, Aaron, it looks like that chat be popping. So I'm gonna let you do chat related things.
Yes, sir. We'll start off with, once again, Bill from Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. He's just saying, hello everyone, happy Easter. Bill, from us to you, happy Easter. And if you're not following Bill, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Check out his videos, his shows. He's a great supporter of Hello Dope Toys.
Bill goes wild. Bill goes wild on the weekends, man. So if you like watching live streams, man, he's got you covered, like day and night. He's got you in the evening. He's got you in the late night. He's got you in the morning time. Bill goes hard.
I can't commit to that.
No. No.
I'm like, hey, Sunday night and one Tuesday a month. That's all I can do right now.
That's all we got in us.
Who we got over here? We got our boy Jeremy from Loose But Complete. Welcome.
And if Jeremy's still around later on, I'm not gonna do it right now, but I definitely want to plug his new game coming, because it is very much related to what we do. So
absolutely,
give that a shout out in a little bit. Stick around, Jeremy.
Yeah. We got our boy Bjorn, also from the Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Welcome,
Bjorn. Great to see you. I still can't pronounce Schmeblock. I don't know. You're gonna have to write that out like I'm dumb.
Yeah, we need that phonetically.
Yes, thank you.
We need that hooked on phonics type. I did not graduate from there, but we are working on it.
But Largo told me that is his normal. Sorry, I'm losing my voice now. Maybe I should have gotten a hot teddy. That is his normal greeting to everybody, so we appreciate that.
Absolutely. Bill, once again, hey, can't say it enough, man. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button. We cannot trick the algorithm unless you are smashing that like button.
Yeah, exactly. we gotta deceive them. trick people to get to this show,
Yeah, we cannot like get monetized and they get demonetized on our first monetized show if we do not trick the algorithm.
Yeah.
Help some brothers out.
Hustle them.
Yes.
Jeremy, once again, big question. Should you watch SmackDown? Answer is it's okay. That's all I can do.
We've been trying to get him on Modern Wrestling, but
I want to say it was Frank and Remel Toys. He said it best. It was better than Raw. We'll leave it at that. So I'll let you judge your opinion there. Speaking of Remel Toys, he is in the house. Looks like also Axion Figs, our newest moderator to the channel. Welcome.
Yeah. Filling in while Simi Skies is doing college girls stuff, which we appreciate. Absolutely. And then also shout out to Realm of Toys, fantastic photographer, does a lot of good shots for us and a huge supporter of the channel and the store. So thank you.
Also, just got monetized, or he got his blue check mark on Instagram. So congratulations on that one. Big ups. Jeremy, once again, yo, Dante, hashtag Goon Squad for life. I don't know if I did that right yet, but
that's all. This is for life. That's it. Like NWO for life.
Okay, I can do that. Mr. Wonderful, hello, my dudes. Mr. Wonderful, hello yourself. We got Jeff Morris in the house. How you doing?
Welcome back, buddy.
Yes,
good to see you again. I see him in all the freaking live stream chats. So always cheers and Jeff.
And then Jeremy, once again, Dante sipping on that clear, cool waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Exactly. It's a water stuff. This is actually imported from Lake Minnetonka. Prince, I get this imported from the Prince family, so they send it to me for free.
I need some of that myself. I need to purify myself.
Exactly. Everybody does.
All right. That's chat for a minute. The show is yours, sir.
All right. Awesome. So, Dante, we didn't just bring you on to shoot the shit, man. We came here to grill you. So I got some questions. I got a list of questions, and we're going to start off real easy, okay? Because while I know everybody in the chat knows who you are, and I know everybody watching the replay of this knows who you are, we're going to pretend they're all dumb for a minute. And on the off chance that there's one person here who doesn't know who you are, we got to get into that. So first question I ask all our guests, aside from what you are sipping on, is the origin story question. So how do you go from mild-mannered Dante to Dark Jokerzin, host of the Infinity Equation, a long-time running YouTube toy channel? What's the story, sir?
It takes a lot of coffee. That's I used to be. It was a radio show that I had interned for. They were looking for an intern, and I interviewed for the intern position. It was the Black Tribbles when we were still around, and they were looking to expand. So I was like, "Hey, I got an idea for a show to add on to the channel." I was like, "It's about talking about toys, but we're also talking about movies, TVs, and comics." There was very few in the realm at that time that was talking about everything that was under that. And then it was like it kind of started on their channel, and then once it started getting a little popular, we moved on to our own YouTube channel, and that was it. That was really all. That after that, for me, it takes a lot. I'm not going to say personally for me it takes a lot because I'm a true introvert. Most people don't know that. I am an introvert. Like once the show is done, like all this hype is just like I'm done. Because it I don't know. It's like it takes a lot of energy from me to like people. So, but it's fun. It's always fun to do.
See, this is why I have Aaron around, because he's the extrovert. I'm the extreme introvert. I'm just really good at like doing the John Cena thing. But yeah, it wears on your soul, talking to people all day. And then when you're done, you're just like, yo, I need to go in my hole. Don't bother me. Turn out the lights, throw the cover up, done.
Exactly.
I feel that. Aaron, do you need to throw that chat up right now? The one that you just...
Yes, that one. Dante, this is a special message from Jeremy. Apparently,
oh my god!
apparently, it all started when you were chasing robbers at GameStop.
That was early 2000s. That was way before all this happened. Yeah, it was early 2000s.
So I mean, what's the story? Now I'm intrigued.
So I was working at GameStop. And I was working with my manager at the time, and it was a time when the PS2 was still like the biggest thing.
Got it.
So it was I think it was like getting close to like Christmas. The guy came in. He was like, "Yeah," he's like, "I want to get a PS2." So usually we're not supposed to put the PS2s on the counter because it's easy for somebody to steal. My manager put it on the counter. He still had his hand on it. He's like, when he gains for it, he's like, yeah. So when he's turning around, his head still had his hand on the system. The guy was like, thanks, yoink, and started running. Now, I forgot that we're not supposed to chase anybody. So I hopped the counter like one fell swoop. I chased him like out the store to his car, and he looked kind of scared because I was standing in front of his car with my hands on on the hood. He's like, should I go ahead and take this charge, or he's like, should I just go ahead and give it up? I was like, all right, just go ahead and take the system. My man's like, I told you not to run after him. What were you running? He's like, you okay? He's good? I was like, yeah, I'm good. And then the officer came. He looked at the videotape. He's like, you didn't catch the dude? He's like, you were booking after him.
I'm not trying to do your entire job here.
Right, yeah.
Where were you at?
He's like, I was like, yo, I caught him, but he was in his car already, so there's not much I could do. He's like, okay. He's like, but man, you were quick. You hopped that counter and just went like, woo, like yo. He's like, I've seen very few officers do that. I was like, okay.
I mean, I'm trying to recruit you at this point.
Well,
speaking of our man Jim Largo from Largo's Lair, probably said it best. Dante is the high-stepping champion.
Yeah. I'm just I'll keep saying this, I'm just a regular dude doing regular things. But I appreciate it though. But I'm
Except
just
when you out chasing that PS2.
yo, man,
I'm gonna start calling you Black Flash.
yo,
with great power, man. You know.
yeah, no, that was I think all the craziness I've had happened to me as at a GameStop. Like I was starting to be shot at a GameStop over taking the game, like trying to take a game back with no receipt. I'm like, dude, come on, like really? So I'm just like, yeah.
So I used to work at an independent game store. That was like my first like a second real big boy job. So like, we in the hood of like northern Columbus, where like you got all types of shit happening. They don't. The crazy thing is like the corner store next to us, they got robbed. Like all these places getting robbed, but they ain't messing with us because they gotta get money. So,
that's right.
Who you gonna bring it to? Because
that's right.
You gotta bring it to your man.
Exactly.
And if I'm shot up, you can't get no money.
That's right, because that's where I spent many years going to get my money. I'm like, hey man.
Well, that's because we gave so much money. I'm like, I'm trying to recoup that back.
Yeah.
It's wild because there was a GameStop I worked at in St. Louis, and like I said, the guy came in. He's like, yeah. He's like, I want to return this game. Like, nah. I was like, I can't do it without you got a receipt. He's like, nah, I got the receipt. I'm like, I can't return the game, man, because I don't know if you bought it from here. And the crazy part was like, I'm on the phone with customer service, like, no, the IT guy, because the other computer wasn't working. I'm like, he's like, all right. He's like, baby, go get my gun. I gotta call you back, man.
Hell.
I was like, nah, I gotta call the police, buddy. And his friend was like, yo, he's like, now you worth it. Come on. He's like, come on. He's like, I'm sorry. I was like, it's cool, but, like whatever. Like at that point, I was desensitized. Like, yo, okay. Like, and it was a GameStop that was in the Martin Luther King Shopping Center. We had the Foot Locker, the Subway, and like a Save-A-Lot in there. So and then we were like right next to the nail salon place. So it was what it was.
Simple black culture. You had all the things you needed right there.
Exactly. You got food, sneakers, and
the nail spot. The girls gotta be in there getting them nails right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Before Mr. DarkClaw, you continue on with the reason why Dante's here.
No, go ahead.
I feel there's another story brewing, and I just gotta hear it. So Jeremy once again has brought to our attention. That was the first famous run. What happened at Joe Fest?
Oh man, so Bobby was doing his panel at Joe Fest, and he forgot something at his table. So I ran down, and everybody was like, "Wow, you were quick! Look at you! You booked down there! Like I never seen somebody move so fast." I'm like, yo, like oh my goodness. So it's like something that I never could live down. I ran down steps. Like it was like a good 20, 25 steps to jump down and go down and get what he needed at the table, and then come all the way back up to get to him at the at his Joe Fest panel.
So did you jump back up the steps?
No,
did you do one leap down, one leap up?
The funny part is like because I'm 6'1", so like I can skip a lot of steps in between. So it's just like, okay, yeah, here I'm skipping these steps, like, and just not even thinking about it. It's like, all right, that's because that's what I usually do anyway. So, but yes, that's the infamous Joe Fest run.
So you power walk, and then everyone's just like, "Man, that dude's fast." Like, I'm just walking.
I wish I was tired walking. Yeah, this is my normal walk.
Well, all right, man. See, these are some good stories. See, this show's already popping, man. We're learning a lot here. So I am gonna change the subject a little bit because we gotta make sure you're legit here. So we need to know, as a collector, what was your favorite toy line in your youth, and what is your current favorite toy line now as an adult?
Oh man, when I was a kid, it was DC Superpowers, hands down. Like those were the best because I had the Hall of Justice, I had the Superman ship. For some reason, I don't understand why he needed the ship to fly, but he needed it. I had the Batmobile as well. I loved that Batmobile because it made a little sound, little lights went up, and a little battering ram. It was awesome. I remember those commercials vividly, so much.
So the question I got for you is: did you support the McFarlane Batmobile? Is that going to be in your collection?
You know what? I think I'm going to wrap this show.
All right. Well, this is Black Knight. This is Ted.
Yes. Look, me and Toddy, we're still in a battle till we can have a one-on-one conversation.
So well, you know what? We can put a pause. Let's hear this story. Why you and Toddy Mac got beef?
All right. So you ever watch the Golden Girls?
Yeah.
You remember Sophia? She was like, "Let me take you back. Let me take you back to New York Comic Con 2019." I was waiting for the Marvel Legends team to come off the stage, the sci-fi stage. And here comes Todd McFarlane. He had just came on stage. He's shaking hands, signing comics. He's like, "Hey," I think he's with his wife and his mother or mother-in-law. I'm not sure. And I was like, "Hey," it's like, Todd, I was like, I wish you all the best to get your Spawn movie up and running. He puts his hand on my shoulder. He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's like a little kid. You just gotta nurture it. And, a lot of people won't stop you from trying to do it, but you just gotta, in your heart, you gotta do it." Okay, cool. That's cool. You put your hand on my shoulder like we knew each other. That makes me feel great. Fast forward to the Spawn Kickstarter. Todd's like, "Yeah, it's gonna have all this articulation, and it's gonna be this great figure. Ooh, yes, that nonsense."
As he literally falls apart in my hands right now. That's embarrassing.
Yep. See,
fell off.
No. That's a Todd Mac figure right there. That's a Todd Mac figure. That's what it does. He's like, "It's gonna have all this articulation, be super cool." I'm like, "All right." After Kickstarter stops, yeah, we didn't know how to put ab crunch in there. What?
Yes, no ab crunch. He's like that 6-armed Spider-Man.
Exactly. So you sold me on false goods. I can't believe you now, Todd. You made almost over $1 million in this Kickstarter, biggest number record on Kickstarter, and here you are. You're telling me, you're legitimately telling me you haven't looked at a figure since who knows when, and said, "No, we can't put an ab crunch in there. We don't know how to."
Don't know how.
I mean, the greatest salesman of all. I mean, my job is to tell you to come buy it by any means necessary. Now, what you choose to take away from that is a whole different story.
Well,
I gave you the look. I showed you this awesome packaging. I might have left out the ab crunch. You didn't ask though.
My $150 figure just fell down on the table.
Yeah. And see, that's what made me mad even more too. I went in for all three. That's what made it even worse. That's what made it worse. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I sold them back. I was like, I'm selling these bad boys. Dario was with me. He's like, yeah. He's like, this is nonsense. I was like, yes, Dario. Brothers in arms. Let's stick together. We're going to hold it down. I saw that bad boy. Once it came in, I was like, yo, I was right on eBay. Yeah, got them Todd McFarlane figures, Kickstarter figures, all 3. Asking for 3. I forget how much I asked for them. I was like, yo, they were gone. I was like, yeah, get them out of here. Get them out of here.
I bought 2 of those mainly to hold one for a while and then sell it for my cost, which I did at Christmas in like, I don't know, 20, I don't remember. Sold it at some Christmas a few years ago, but made my money back. So while he's a very expensive figure, I got my money back for all of it. But yeah, he just stands on my desk because I don't know, I can't shove him in a drawer, I can't put him in the closet. So he just stands there and screams at me all day. But that's the first time I've touched that thing in probably a year. He's just sitting on the corner of my desk here. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I could grab this. And his head falls off. So
there you go. See, and that's why. That's probably why you haven't touched it since then. You just like, yo.
I'm not going to. Well, he's fallen over now, and he's off his stand. So that's going to take me a few minutes to fix. But after that, yeah, he's standing back in that corner. Well, Aaron, I know our meter has built up, but before we get to the chat, I got to get the second half of this question. So now that you're a grown ass man, what are you collecting now?
Oh man, the question is what I'm not collecting at this point. That's the main question. Legends is the main thing. I think I kind of started collecting G.I. Joe because I didn't really have them as a kid. So it's something new to me. So I'm still learning all these characters. I don't know who half of them are.
Same.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right. I'm like, this guy looks kind of cool, so I'll get him. Very picky and choosy about Mezco. It has to be some character that I really want or need or like to have in my collection. Like Conan was my biggest one. When they announced him, I was like, I'm all in. Man, I'm trying to think.
Did you get
AWOC
the
figures?
Sorry, did you get the Batman? The Batman 89?
No, I did not. That was not one I was like, I don't know.
You might have been mad at Mezco afterwards.
So. Exactly.
3 goddamn years.
Exactly.
And then, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it took me forever to get my Conan, so I was like, look, I feel the people's pain on Batman. I was like, it took me forever, but it took you all 3 years to get Batman, so I feel your pain.
So you said AWOCs. Now do you have all the AWOCs?
Oh yes, indeed. Yeah, I had to get it.
Did you support the Kickstarter, or did you just buy them from that store that's big and bad?
No, I did the Kickstarter. No, I was there in the Kickstarter.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah, I have to. If it's something I really like and I see that I'm like, yeah, these will look great in my collection. Yeah, I'm doing a Kickstarter. Like I did with my good friend High School Creations with his backdrops. Like they look amazing.
And that ends tomorrow. Tomorrow's last day.
Yes, but if you get up to 85,000, we get free corners and ends. Like
he caught me in the middle of a pay period, and man, I'm like, do I do because I would love one, because one, I've been following him for a long time, like as a really crappy diorama builder. Like that's somebody that I got influence from, like looking at his stuff, and like just as a diorama builder, brilliant idea. Like, yo, I can just mass produce this. So I really like it. Anybody go check out Wall XD. It ends tomorrow. Let's get those corners, and I am probably gonna maybe steal a few bucks out of my wife's purse and take care of that.
Axion, it is Wall XD. He does diorama pieces. If you go onto their site, you will see it. Phenomenal work he's doing.
They fit in Detolfs.
Yes, they fit in Detolfs, which is a big thing.
Sorry.
Anything else you're collecting that you want to go through before we Haruka in this chat?
I just got into Mythic Legions, and then I'm going to say this because I've been getting everybody hooked on these, so I'm going to start getting everybody hooked on them, so now so they have a new addiction. Going back into Marvel cards. Just kidding.
Look. I was waiting for Art G to pop into the chat. I was going to segue to that. So we're coming back to that. You put those aside. We're coming back to that, sir.
Look at everybody. I'll go hook everybody on. I'm like, hey, you need some cards? Hey, you need to come on here. This website to go get some.
Those are not in the show notes, but it was definitely. I'm like sitting here today, and I'm like, as soon as Art G comes in, I'm shaming both of them for creating a new bad influence within the toy community.
Worth it. It is so worth it.
So the thing that I needed to happen earlier just happened. So
see, I told you. Right.
You know what, Dante? you're gonna be my new inspiration to spend money on sports betting.
And Marvel cards.
And Marvel cards. Yes. True. I'll find somewhere in this display to put Marvel cards.
Big ass Marvel cards too. You can't even put them in sleeve. Those things are huge. But we're coming back to that. I'm gonna find a little point in here to come back to that.
Loading segue.
Aaron, what is happening in the chat? It looks wild in there.
Yeah, we got some craziness going on over here. So we got Bill and Bjorn both phonetically trying to give us how to say it.
Shambolics. Shambolics.
Just in case, Bjorn has it.
Shemebulok.
So which one is it? I'm confused.
Well, look. If we're American like Bill, I'm gonna go with the I've had a few beers, Shambolics. Yep. But when Bjorn's here, Shemebulok. Bjorn, you're gonna have to do that a few times for me. It's going to take me until at least August to get that down. I'm asking every chat I see you in.
I hate this damn camera.
We know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be our show without your camera.
It was your headphones, my camera. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we got issues.
Like me and Tim. This sounds like me and Tim on Friday night. What's wrong, Tim? What's wrong? What's going on? It's this internet. This thing on the internet.
Frank from Rumble Toys once again. Nothing better than kicking feet up and watch the Hella Dope crew have a great show. Frank, thank you, man. That means a lot to us.
And I love Frank, like one of the most amazing human beings we have ever come into contact with. Frank, thank you for coming into my life. Appreciate you every day, man. Absolutely. Go check out Realm of Toys on Instagram and drool all over those sweet ass pictures.
Before we continue with the chat and the show, Frank, where is my picture of the mug getting tossed over the top rope? We requested that. We need it.
That's true, Frank.
The people.
You gotta stop doing those big bad shots for a minute and do some hella dope mug shots, because you are one of 4 owners of a hella dope mug.
Yes,
the most sought after mug in America, by the way.
I also heard a rumor that there might be some mugs that came in.
Don't tell Jeremy.
He's not here anymore.
I know. He probably left. He came in, got his shit over, and then bounced.
If you do watch the replay or you're still here, if you go watch Men in Black, just hit that little. Forget this chat. Ken Toys, welcome, man. He says, "How's it going, gents?"
I don't recognize that name. Is that a new member to the chat?
It looks like it, unless
Ken's Toys, man. If you've been here before, I drink a lot and don't remember things. If this is your first time, welcome, bro. Thank you.
Yes, we love when new chat members are in the chat. We mentioned Jim Largo before. We popped up his message, but he officially says greetings and salutations, and that word right there.
Hallucinations.
Sure.
Hallucinations. He's not Bjorn. He's not born. Hallucinations, bro.
Well, maybe I'm hallucinating this show right now.
Maybe you are. Maybe you're still on the couch, and I'm sorry, Dante. I don't know where this guy's at.
Is this one of those clip shows again? Is that what this is?
Hey, and then stay tuned to the end, because we gotta talk about a Jim Largo show happening tomorrow. But that'll be at the end of the show.
Perfect. Adam, yes, there might have been a time, there might have been someone who's currently banned from 2 Walmarts for switching out broken Xboxes and PS2s. That's not what this show's about.
I forgot about that.
Let's ignore that. That's a different show.
No, Dante wants to know that story, man. Tell him the story. The chat wants to know.
Yeah, I'm interested now, because I got a Kmart story too.
Okay, so I told you that I used to work at a video game store, right? So back when PS2 and Xbox, you know, when we're at the hottest, people were dealing with the red ring of death for Xbox. Well, we would order Xboxes and PS2s from Walmart. Like we would go there, buy them, wait like 2 or 3 days. We like peel off the stickers, you know, take the hair dryers, we loosen up the sticker, we put it back on the busted one, and we take the receipt back saying, "Hey, I bought this. It has a red ring of death." They give me a brand new one because we had so many systems that were busted, like they were piling up in our back room. So over the course of probably 2 months, we did this, and finally I went to one Walmart. They said, "Look here, we know what you're doing now. You cannot step foot into this Walmart ever again." They took my picture and put it up on the little wall.
Oh God!
So I'm like, okay, fine. You know, that's just one. There's like 700 Walmarts in like a 5-mile radius of where I'm standing. So like 3 days later, we go do it again. Well, either that Walmart called all the Walmarts and said, "Hey, look out for this dude," because I went to another Walmart doing the same thing, had my receipt, had an Xbox, or was that was probably a PS2 at that time. I'm like, "Hey, my system's not working. Here's your receipt." Everything checked out. Like there was nothing wrong on their part. And they say, "Look here, you cannot come in here anymore. If you do, we'll call the cops." I'm like, "Great." So I'm calling my boss. I'm like, "Hey man, they're on to us. We can't do this right now." We eventually did it at Target. But Target, man, they're slick, man. They do their homework. So yeah, we did that for quite a while before I got banned. I went into said Walmart like recently, so I think they forgot who I am, or they just don't care anymore.
No, and then 20 years later, you got a part-time job there. You went in there, you ripped down your photo, you know. You were like, "Man, I looked good back then."
You know what? I mean, it was the Walmart on Sawmill, so yeah. You know, I did work there.
Yeah,
the most wanted board at Walmart. Throw that away. Hey, so I'm here for a job there. All right. Know me.
Dante, what's the Kmart story?
So basically, like right when Xbox 360 came out, GameStop was like, "Yo, we can't guarantee everybody's going to get an Xbox 360." I was like, "Butt kiss. Y'all kiss my grits. I'm going somewhere else to get it. I need it right now." Stupid me. This is me being young and stupid. It's like, "Yo, I'm trying to get an Xbox." Buddy of mine's like, "Yo, we're going to hang out at Kmart and get an Xbox 360. But we're staying out there almost like all night and getting in line." All right, cool. Bet. I'm there. It's cold. And I don't mean like that. Like the cold we have now, I'm talking about was that old winter cold where you stand outside, you huddle together and shivering cold. So I had a hot chocolate. I was like, "Man, I shouldn't have had this hot chocolate because it's not agreeing with me right now." So I was like, "Look, I need to use the bathroom." I'm like, "All right, well, just go ahead. We'll hold your spot." All right, cool. Go, come back. We're waiting. Then they start handing out little tickets. I'm like, "Yeah, so everybody who has a ticket can get an Xbox." Great. Go inside, get the Xbox. Get home. I'm sick as a dog. Can't even open up the box. Put the box on the floor and go to bed. Call off of work. Like, "Yeah, I can't come in. I'm not feeling really." I slept the whole day away and was still feeling sick.
That was me on Monday. I ain't gonna lie. like we got a show on Tuesday. I'm like, I don't know. I might make it.
Right. That's what you gotta do. You just like, we'll play it by ear. Let's see.
But yeah, no, those were great times, man. I loved my little hustle. I would do it again if I could.
I remember you doing that. You're like, "Yo, I gotta move this." And again, folks in the chat, this was like 2002. You know, Aaron's a much changed man now.
I moved up to PS5.
You know, our business is legit. We're not figure swapping at Walmart or anything like that. So, all right, Aaron,
Ted just licks all of them. That's all it is. No,
I just lick them all. I don't have a box. Actually, I do. Remember when I told you I was like, I can't find any more Sergeant Slaughters? They were under my desk because I was throwing them up on the show, and then seal of approval on every single one. There's one Sergeant Slaughter left in stock. You can go to helladopetoys.com right now and pick that bad boy up, freshly licked. Aaron, there's still chat before we move on. So what do we got to power through here?
Lots of chat. Who we got? We got Largo once again. My computer's running slow. Sorry. Dante's Infinity Equation inspired me to throw my hat in the YouTube channel shenanigans. So respect. I'll wear a hat one day. Ted usually is the hat wearer of this group.
That's because my hair is going away.
Yeah, just shave it off.
You shave it off. Yeah,
I got a weird shaped head.
No, at least you don't got the Carl Winslow like look on your head. Like I got the Carl Winslow. Like I look like the TV dad.
Say, yep.
That's bad.
Jeremy runs our man. Those Dante running memes were great. Hey, I need to see those, Jeremy. So go ahead and post those into the chat.
Yeah,
we need to see that.
Jeremy, send those in the group chat, bro. We'll have a good time.
Absolutely. Oh, goodness. Bjorn wants to know who else is going to Joe Fest this year. I would love to, but it's not going to be in the cards this year, at least.
Yeah, we got FOMO on Joe Fest, but I think that might be a 2024 move that we try to make.
Yes. Right now, all focus is on PowerCon.
Everything. We're just trying to get to PowerCon. That is it. Counting down the freaking days, man.
Yes.
And then the day after PowerCon, we can just die and we'll be fine. Yeah, that's all we want. We want to get to PowerCon.
I might really need to take that day off.
Yeah, we are going to be dead after PowerCon.
Got a couple people in the chat, Axion and Rumble Toys, both saying superpowers were the shit and awesome. So a lot of people agree with you on those superpowers. Largo's Lair once again. Toddy Mac needs to step up and acknowledge his son Dante. Toddy Mac, if you ever watch this show, we'll be waiting for your response.
Right, exactly.
Mr. Wonderful wants to know, wait, what mug? Guess you're gonna have to wait and find out there, aren't you?
Yeah, there was a mug shortage, the great mug shortage of 2023, and a shipping container might have just rolled up, spilled out X amount of mugs, and Simi Skies, if she is still in here, knows she has an assignment, and she is working on that, but we're still I don't know, we're still in the weeds on mugs, folks. Not gonna lie, still very much in the weeds on mugs. We're trying to make this a thing, but right now, one of four right here. Aaron, you also have one of four, correct?
I do.
One of four, and then Frank from Realm of Toys won the mug on our giveaway a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, also we did our 200 subscriber giveaway. So he hit that up for us.
And then the original plan was to send a mug to every person we had on the show, and then the mug shortage happened. And so Laser Pants got his mug 3 months late, and now I just there's no way I'm ever going to catch up on mugs. So we're adjusting plans here.
Jeremy's still here, by the way.
Jeremy, he's probably gone by now.
He also says that Dante would have ran me down if he would have caught me in those Walmarts. I mean, back then, I had some speed back then. I was still young. Not so much now, where I'm going to run probably like for 5 seconds. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Just go ahead and catch me, dude. It's not even worth me running anymore. I'm breaking a sweat thinking about me running right now.
What's funny, we just got Walmarts like a couple years ago. We didn't have any Walmarts at that time. So I think our first Walmart for us was maybe 2010.
Wow.
I think maybe a little bit, probably maybe 2 years before that. But yeah, we haven't had Walmarts that long.
Damn. Dude, we probably had like 300 by that time.
Yeah. Yeah, just in a 1 mile radius.
Right. It was like almost every, because you had like a super Walmart right here. Maybe go like 2 or 3 miles down the road. Then you had like a smaller Walmart that kind of just kind of like what we like our Kroger's that had like more of the grocery side with some clothes and a little bit of toys. Then you go like maybe 2 or 3 miles down that way. You got another super Walmart, and then you had a shopping strip with a Kroger's and a Walmart in the same strip. It's weird.
Yeah, a lot of Walmarts.
Also, Ted, just in case you didn't know, Bjorn is from the States. Throw some respect on Bjorn being from the U.S.
That's my bad.
You racist.
That's my bad. I'm just an ignorant, uncultured swine.
Bjorn, I give you free reign to just rip him apart throughout chat.
Yo, Bjorn, come to PowerCon, and then you can come yell at me.
and then he'll buy you
a mug.
Get
a free mug. Get a free mug to put the beer into. There you go.
You can put the tears of Ted DarkClaw in your mug.
Only my mug is for drinking tears, sir.
I mean, I think you owe Bjorn one at this point.
Maybe. All right, done with the chat, because boy, this show detoured real quick. I'm glad I have a short list of questions, man.
Yes.
So I am gonna jump ahead a little bit. You mentioned originally that you were on with Black Tribbles, and then you pitched them the toy ideas. So can you go into more detail about where the whole idea for Infinity Equation came from? Like, I know you pitched them an idea, but were you driving in the car where you're like, damn, this sounds good? Or were you just like, they were like, hey, Dante, what you got for us? And you're like, toy show.
Yeah, basically that's how it was. It's like, hey, I just got a toy show. Like, I thought about it a little bit. I was like, there's other ones out there. Like, it was like kind of a little bit like what the ACV podcast was doing, but I wanted to expand it a little bit more. So I wanted to say, like, hey, let's, there's a lot of movies out now. There's a lot of TV shows that are coming out. But I thought, like, also, too, like, comics was, like, something that was getting lost in that stream. There's not really getting talked about too much because the comics are the ones that inspiring the TV shows and the movies that we're ingesting at this point. That Disney's taking full advantage of. But, yeah, like, that to me... That to me was like another important part of like the action figure collection, because when you think of Marvel Legends, as most people do, like you think like, well, who's this character? And it could be from their most recent run in a Marvel comic, or it could be a character from who knows how long. Like it's the one that was in that Iron Man wave. I forget he was the Build-A-Figure. I forget his name already.
I don't remember at this point.
Yeah. It was the Build-A-Figure. He had the blue on. The controller. That's what it was.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't know who that was from the Hill of Beans. I'm like, who's this? Who's this dude? But then when I started reading like the little bit, like I think it was like the year before that came out, like there's that Iron Man series. That's how I knew who that character was. He was in that story. So that's why I wanted to like have like that full on gambit of stuff, and kind of like, hey, all these kind of relate back to action figures too, but it's the comics that more relates to the TV, the movie, and the action figures itself. So that's kind of how I thought about it. And I was like, hey, well, I can do this, have my own show. Like, I was building a cast at that point in time, and that was kind of it. And then the name came from like the worst possible way I could have thought of it was like the Infinity Gauntlet and the Anti-Life Equation. And I didn't think about like really like people think this is like a math show. Like, they're really talking about the Infinity Equation. Like, what is it? Like, is it pi? Is it x into y? Like, so I didn't think about that part, but hey, it worked out.
Now, you were real modest about this in the green room before we started. And by the way, the dings that very clearly came through my microphone was Jeremy sending us Dante memes, by the way, which I'm probably not going to have time to throw up, but I'm really eager to look into those.
Oh yeah, you got to look at them.
I have not looked at it because all my show notes are sitting here on my phone.
It's nothing to see. There's nothing to see here, folks.
Aaron, if you got time to pull them up in between, like I'm more than happy to show them. But so. Again, you were real modest about this, but as far as toy YouTube podcast shows, I consider you one of the OGs. And that's because, the pandemic hit, a bunch of people were at home, and there were like two people, at least that I saw, that were really doing it. And that was you and the Infinity Equation, and then Wade over at Unparalleled Universe. And to me, it was the first time where it's like, oh, hey, we have this nice little live thing. We can bring people in here and start just talking about what we care about. Why don't we do this more often? So, like, especially during those early days, like I was watching you, Ryan, Rectangular. You guys brought Bobby in. Those were like, I would never miss it. Like anytime I could, I was on that show live, watching and supporting. So again, you're modest about it. You're like, no, it's not. We weren't the OGs, but I consider you to be the OG of the format. That you paved the way for literally what we are doing right now. So I'm curious on your thoughts about that and what inspired you to be like, yo, well, this is the format. Forget a verbal podcast on Spotify or Apple or something. We're putting this thing on YouTube.
Well, thank you for the first of all. Thank you for the conversation. As I just thought of it just as another show, just doing something that was fun. It was just a way to, I guess, like connect with other people who are like minded. Like, hey, we like action figures, we like collecting. Why don't we all come together a little bit and talk about it? And there was not, you don't really see a whole lot of people at that time were talking about, collecting action figures or doing toy photography or doing like talking about like they're doing dios. And it's just, I guess the best way to put it was like I felt that was something that could, fill that void. But I also wanted to be able to bring on new people who maybe never got that spotlight, who people don't know about, like who you don't see, but also bring on people that you never get a chance to like meet at a Comic-Con. And saying that with like the Lee Waltz and Larry Houston from X-Men the anime series, like that to me was a big get. Like I didn't think they would come on. I'm just like, whatever. Like I just took a random question and asked them like, would y'all join us? And be able to get like folks their questions answered from them, like because it's something that we grew up with. Like most of us who like Marvel, who grew up with X-Men the anime series. It's a shame that I never got a chance to get Kevin Conroy on because I would love to do that. But also people in the community like 796, High School Creations, Kevin from Toying Around, and Prime to the First. Our beef would have never started because without that. For those, it's a fake beef. It's a fake beef. So, people think it's right. But yeah, it was just I wanted to highlight other creators too in that area. Every once in a while we'll have guests on, but it'll just be that cast at the time, and every iteration has its great moments. When we first started, when Ryan came on, when Bobby came on, and then when I had Tim on and Alex came on, so it all has its great iterations. During those times, it was always great parts. And it was just something that I still love to this day. I enjoy it so much. I still enjoy talking about figures because they're a part of what I do now, and they're just fun to have. Like just seeing so many characters come out, like you would never thought as a kid you would never see, or as an adult you were like, they'll never make this character, and here you got it in figure form.
Yep, I 100% agree. That's coming from like us, like when we grew up, like where we were from, there were no places you can go buy toys. Yeah. Like you had like a little corner store that had like those like rinky-dink toys that like kind of those fake army men, but like you didn't have like action figures. So like adult me is now like reliving childhood life by having all the things that I would love to have had then that I have now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because we had birthdays and Christmas. That's when you got your Turtles and your Star Wars figures and things like that. And there was a Toys R Us that was a trek away, but that was only very, very special occasions. So yeah, we never really got out much. Same thing with the comic books. We just had a spinner rack at the convenience store, which was mostly Spider-Man, which is why we're both big Spider-Man fans. It didn't really have a lot of other options for us. So you talked about your different co-hosts, and when Ryan Laserpants was on here, I kind of pitched it to him like it was almost like a Saturday Night Live cast where you would have different seasons with different people on, and then they would move on and do other things, and you would get a new cast. You're a wrestling guy, so then I started equating it to you're Vince McMahon, and now you're getting people like Stone Cold, The Rock, Undertaker, John Cena, Randy Orton, all these people over, and then, you know, they retire, they go do a movie, they go do something else. What is your favorite era of your own show? As far as like, if you were going to have a reunion of any cast, what cast would that be?
That's a good question, because it's hard to say, because all of them were kind of like my favorite era, because you have the beginning, you have like that middle, and then you have the now. So honestly, it'd just be everybody, because there's like, I can't forget the guys who were there in the beginning, and I can't forget the guys who were there in the middle, and I can't forget the guys who are there now currently. So it'd be tough, but it'd be everybody. And all honestly, because I don't want to ever forget like who got me to where I am. Yes, it was partially me, but you know, it was a team effort. Always, it was, you know, trying to figure out like what to do in this situation or what to do in this. You know, how can we do this and make this work? Especially during the Toys for Tots charities, as we do, like try and make that all work and try to figure that plan that out. So I just couldn't have like one set of guys on. I would have to have everybody on.
Is that possible? Could you do a year-end reunion show where you just bring on everybody?
Yeah, it would be possible. I would say when I would do that, it would probably be like the end, when the show ends, when the show is like, I'm done, like it's completely done. This is the last episode.
Well, I think you learned recently that nobody wants this show to end, and I hope it doesn't end anytime soon. But if you're talking Toys for Tots drive, man, bringing all these people in to help build money for Toys for Tots, man, that's an idea I'm pitching to you now. But all right, so I want to get into some stuff with the chat, but I want to knock out these last few questions first before we change gears. So you've had a lot of guests on.
Yes.
Who has been your favorite guest or guests? You can give me a top three if you want.
So top three, like I said, the directors and writers for X-Men anime series. Let's see. It would have to be when we had Toy Migos on as well. We had all of them on, like. And then third, man, that's a hard one, because I don't.
That's why we asked the hard hitting questions here.
Yeah, man, you thought this was going to be easy.
No, you know what? Like, because the sad part is I don't remember half my episodes. Because everything, like, it flies by like so quick. It's like. Right. They're like, remember when you had so-and-so on? I was like, did we?
I think I have your third one right here. Yeah. Apparently, Jerry says it's him.
Just say it was him, or else he's just going to spam the chat.
I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I get a fifth?
So, a fun fact, when we had Laser Pants on, he said his favorite guest was the X-Men people. So yeah. you both share a top number one. So, you know, guys in the chat, if you want to go watch the best Infinity Equation episode ever, go track that one down. Do you remember the episode number, Dante?
No, I do not. But I do remember what my third one favorite is. Mama Laser Pants. It was Mama Laser Pants. That clip cut out. Like, it's on the channel. It's cut out. It's just Mama Laser Pants telling the story about her going to Goodwill, and like, and his dad explaining everything, like how she was lying back and like everybody had to wait for the toys.
So I got a question for you, since we're talking. You mentioned the directors for Marvel, X-Men. Are you looking forward to watching the recreation of X-Men?
Yes, yeah, I am excited for it.
I feel a butt coming or a hesitation.
the reason why I can say I'm excited for it because I kind of know like what story might be told in this.
Okay.
After having Bo, the new director of the show, on, so he kind of hinted at some stuff. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the story that's going to be told, but I think the direction that it's going to probably go, I think it's in good hands because Lee Walsh is still involved with it, and I feel like I can't really give it a judge like I did with Mario, with Chris Pratt being Mario's voice. Like I'm gonna wait and watch and see how it turns out, because I love Mario, Super Mario Brothers. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited to see how they start the continuation off from it.
And it's supposed to pick up right where it ended, to my understanding.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick,
it's gonna be more Mr. Sinister focus as the main villain.
Mr. Sinister. Bill from Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Have a good night, sir. Thank you for stopping in. Once again, if you have not checked out his channel, please make sure you go give it a subscribe. I said that man is the hardest working man in America, and I only thrive to be a third of what he's doing right now. So have a good night, Bill. We will catch you on your next live stream.
Yes, have a good night.
So I have one more question, and then we're gonna change gears a little bit. What are some short-term and long-term goals that you currently have for your channels? So you just came back from a break. I imagine you had a lot of time to reflect on things, and I imagine you also probably missed it a lot too. So what's going on in your brain? What are we trying to do now?
Short term is just to like really just hit like the 2,000 mark, because Carver Customs, who we had on, said when we hit 2,000, he would give away a dio. So we would do a giveaway for that, which I'm really excited for. Long term is just to really see how much I have in the tank. Like at this point, I love doing the show. I have fun doing the show. It's just now coming to like, how much more do I have in me to do? Just keep doing the show. Because I know it's going to have to. Unfortunately, to everything that has to come to an end, and I think that's the part that I'm scared of, but I don't know when it's going to happen. But the long term is just to see how long I keep going and keep having fun and just keep everybody entertained. So, how close are you to 2,000? We're at like 1,500, like 1,518, I think. Or right. 19. One, like we're going to support that push. Two, when you get there real soon, whatever the current hotness is that we have in stock, you got a new sponsor. We're putting something up as well. So, Dio and a figure from Helladopetoys. So everybody in the chat, spread the word, right? Yes. Let's get Infinity Equation to 2K, please. Absolutely. Thank you. I have all this power right here. I'm just like, this is gonna happen right now. All right, awesome. Well, before we get into the chat, I saw some comments about it in the chat talking to Jeremy. I assume Jeremy has left again, but he does have a tabletop game coming out very, very soon. Yes. Authority Figure Studios is putting out the tabletop AWOC game. Sorry, I was going to call it a board game again. I got to stop calling it a board game. It is a tabletop RPG, awesome adventure game. And pre-orders will be going up for that very, very soon. I assume through the Spiro website. But Jeremy, we want in on that. Holler at your boys. So be sure to, one, load up on AWOC so you can have the best playing time possible. And, you know, if you need some of those, also holler at your boys. But also make sure you're following Jeremy on all social media platforms. You can find him on Facebook. You can find him on Instagram. You can find him on YouTube from the 3POA podcast channel every Wednesday, every other Wednesday. I don't know when they go. They go on some Wednesdays, loose but complete. Around 8 o'clock-ish. I don't know.
Sometime on some day.
I'm doing really good here plugging Jeremy. But we are very excited for this game. You get to literally play with your action figures. So load up on these guys because, man, there's some army builders in there. And from what he's been telling us, you are going to need those.
Yeah, it's very awesome. I've seen it up close in person. It's very nice. It's great. I'm telling you that right now, especially when you can use any figures with it. Yeah. So I can't wait to use the blob with it. He's gonna be running through people like nothing can stop the blob. And that's all.
First of all, we're mad that you have that blob and that we do not have the blob in stock yet. Like we're some big and bad toy store that doesn't get things in stock in time. But man, Aaron, there is a case landing of something tomorrow. Do you know what that is?
I do. It's the Ultimate WWE AJ Styles and Razor Ramon.
Okay, not what I was hoping for, but that's fine. That's fine. That's awesome. We got some wrestling figures coming in stock tomorrow for all you people with pre-orders.
Yeah, April's going to be a big inventory month, so keep an eye on that. We got a lot of stuff coming in. If you're not subscribed to the newsletter, please do so. We'll be throwing out emails of all the hotness that's coming in and pushing Dante to 2K. I'll do that because I have that authority.
Yeah. All right. Well, Aaron,
I want to throw some stuff around. Hey. I want to be Mr. Burns.
Hey, come on. Come join the team. Jeremy is still here, by the way. He hasn't gone away. He's here. And also Wilhelm is here.
I love Wilhelm, by the way. Go check out his channel as well. Axion's gonna be so mad. He's like, Ted, you did not send me any of these links at all.
I was not prepared for this.
Go check out Wilhelm. I'm gonna get better about my link list. I promise. This is the same problem that Simi Skies has with me because she's like, your link list is out of date. I can't promote any of those people because all these links are bad. And I'm like, we growing. All right, well, we're gonna take a chat break, and I am going to take a other break.
I mean, there's not much going on in the chat. I mean, mostly talks about the AWOCs. Simi Skies is promising that mugs for real will be done. She's promising that, so we're gonna hold you to that, Miss Simi Skies. This is my brother saying TV Dad and Infinity Equation sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Honestly, at this, I can see the commercial right now, like vividly. Like I'm watching this show right now. Like that's something I would love to see on a commercial, or like if you like Photoshop like your head and that commercial. You got to do it. I challenge you now.
Like, yo, guess what our guest is tonight, folks? Hey, it's the TV Dad.
We booked them. We got them, guys. It's for real.
Now, I really want to talk to you about Die Hard. Forget Family Matters. Let's talk about Die Hard.
Dude. All right. I mean, let's go. Die Hard, Christmas movie or not a Christmas movie?
Oh, it's a Christmas movie. Always. It's always going to be a Christmas
movie. Is it a Christmas movie because it's happening during, like, because they're at a Christmas party? Because that's like the biggest argument that I ever hear when this conversation comes up. They're like, well, they're at a Christmas party, so obviously it's a Christmas movie. Like, well,
exactly.
Shit. I mean, just because I have a Christmas tree in my basement doesn't mean it's Christmas right now. Now, I believe it's a Christmas movie for sure.
Oh, yeah, because it's in the office building. Like, the office building is not going to put up a giant Christmas tree at that time. But like, look, we're just going to do some gifts. You're going to do some sharing the gifts. No, it's a Christmas party. It's a Christmas movie because it's at a Christmas party during the office time. And maybe in California though, but still, it's a Christmas movie. They don't have no snow, so you can't. So I think that's why it is, because people don't recognize. They don't see no snow in there, and they don't see nobody really bundled up and cold. Like,
now.
Right, like. I love Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way is the best. I love that movie. You got Sinbad, you got Phil Hartman, you got Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, you got some good funniness in there. Yeah, we know it's a Christmas movie. See, yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, we got some agreement in the chat. Definitely is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Adam also saying it is a Christmas movie. I don't know why put that cookie down.
Get to the chopper. You got to get down. No, I need the Turbo Man now. Give me the Turbo Man.
Like, so like we had our Christmas party for work one of the questions was like, "Can you name all of the reindeer?" I'm like, "Bet I got this because Arnold taught me the song in order when he was, he's running to the radio station. Yes, that has a permanent residence in my head forever."
And we can't forget Big Show was in the movie too.
He's one of the giant elves he's one of the giant elf scalpers.
I had to think about that for a moment.
Man, you didn't watch the Rocco live stream of Jingle All the Way, man? Come on, guy. All right, we'll move on.
Almost spit out my water.
We're waiting for that.
Yeah, we got a clip thing, man. We need you to spit everywhere, dude.
Yeah, so I almost got Ted to get to do it. I think at some point in the show, it's gonna happen. It's gonna spit take.
It probably will.
One day.
But yeah, that's about it. I mean, chat was pretty much talking about AWOCs. Jeremy is saying, this is my mouse decided it wants to work. He is working on a wrestling one also. So I'm looking forward to that.
Jeremy, let's go.
That's a 60% chance of going green, with a 44% chance of me buying it. Now, when your chances come in that, now we got half of the chances in half for you. So that gives you a 22.4% chance of you coming out with this wrestling game. Now, your odds are going down significantly now that I'm on this show, because now it gives you a 15.2% chance of that game coming out.
Can we get a mathematical fact check on this, please?
Jeremy, Dante's already winning.
He's already winning.
Steiner math always wins. Steiner math always.
No, but someone actually took that video and broke down the number. Like, it was real. Like, everything he said, like, was right.
Like he did the math beforehand.
No, come on. Nah, there's no way that was right. There's no way.
Put in on YouTube. That promo. It's like, there's a video. I got it saved in my favorites somewhere. Someone took that video and did the math while he's talking. It all adds up. It is 100% real.
No, not Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner is the last person I'm going to take math.
Knows his math, okay?
Because everybody, Petey was looking at. No, Petey was looking at him like, "Is this real?" Like, yo,
that is real.
You can tell in his sunglasses, like, this man, like,
yes, that is 100% real.
No,
Big Papa Pump just schooled all of you in mathematics. Doesn't matter. He got y'all fooled. He knows. He's a PhD in mathematics.
I don't think that's a thing.
It is now because
it's not a thing. You can't be a doctor in math.
You go tell Big Papa Pump that.
I'm not telling him nothing. He'd still kill me at 65 or whatever his age is now. Mm-hmm. Is that all for the chat?
Other than Largo pushing our spit take video review for the end of the year.
Yes, that's gonna be a great video.
Yes, that'll go right up there with what was that, the video that we did of all the clips, our clip show.
Oh yeah. Streams of Future Past. Great episode, by the way. Everybody, if you missed it, go back and watch Streams of Future Past. One of my favorite videos of the year, mainly because I put a lot of work into it. The whole thing got derailed, and then we had to wing it at the very last second, and it still came out just beautiful. Go watch Streams of Future Past, man.
Yes, Streams of Future
Great
Past.
episode. I don't remember the episode number because I'm like Dante. I don't remember nothing.
Exactly.
I don't know.
We start doing like over like 100 some episodes. You're like, I don't remember what everything was. So I'm just at this point, like, you got to go find it. Just go find it. It's on there.
It's definitely. It's between episode 7 and 19. That's about all I got for you.
Exactly.
Now, Dante,
longer than Star Wars.
I do understand that you have a love for the wrestlings. Yes. This question I'm going to put up here, I'm going to ask you first because I want to hear your opinion on it. WWE has now merged with Endeavor, so now we could see some interesting bookings of our tribal chief Roman Reigns against Conor McGregor.
We were saving this for the end of the show, but that's fine. We're gonna segue around it, Aaron.
Yeah,
Jim Largo coming in and being like, "Yo, I need answers now."
Exactly, we need to know. Could Roman Reigns be the WWE heavyweight undisputed UFC champion by the end of 2023.
No. They're not going to mix.
Go into WrestleMania holding all the gold.
Every belt.
I can't. I can't see that. I just can't. Like, honestly, like, I guess it's kind of a good and bad thing. The good thing, like, yeah, now you got like somebody back behind you who's gonna, give you that money that you need, so you can stop taking Saudi Arabia money. The bad thing is Vince McMahon's supposed to be gone. Why is he still there? You're supposed to be gone. You got too many issues, Vince. You gotta hit the bricks, son. You gotta hit the bricks. Let Trips on the creative.
Not only is this man not gone, he's been given like third in command power.
Exactly. That's what scares me the most. That's what scared me. I have a feeling there's some deal struck like, hey Vince, we'll buy it, but you can hang out here for a little bit long, however long you want to. Like, it's cool. We're not gonna really push you out, but it's cool if you hang around. Oh great, I'm gonna Trip. You're off. You're off creative. I'm back on. Like, what the? Trip's like, God, this family. It's like, dang it. Stephanie, I should have left with you.
Right?
Why won't this man die? No offense, Vince. Like, love you, but like, he's 78 and still going. And man, he looks fresh to death, though. I don't blame him, right? He got this sweet new look, and he was like, yeah, I'm looking good. I'm feeling myself. I am gonna hang out a little bit longer with my stash and my hair.
Don't let that mustache. Don't let that mustache fool you.
You don't like the Gomez Adam mustache?
Nah. Because how can you be against something like you want? Like, I want clean shaven wrestlers, no mustaches, no beards. But you came back like, well, maybe if I grew his mustache out, like, and I like the one me like looking like M. Bison, like, dude, like, really?
Yes,
like, nah, like, we recognize you, Vince. We know who it is. You can't come in like, I am Vicente Kennedy McMahon. No, dude, we know it's you, Vince. We know it's you. Like, you can change your name up all you want. The mustache doesn't fool us. It's like the Tricks Rabbit. Nah, so, we know it. We know who you are.
That's the best analogy I've heard. You're like the Tricks Rabbit, man. Like, silly rabbit.
Yeah. Tricks for kids. Come on, get out of here. So,
all right. Well,
hold on. You gotta throw this up there real quick. I was trying to get him, but it's gonna happen on this show, ladies and gentlemen. This man is going to do a spit take somewhere in this show.
Yeah, I'm done. Good Lord. The funny part about all this is the whole family has torn their quads.
Yeah. Well, the running joke right now is that Shane O'Mac is now half the man that Vince is. But, Vince tore both of them.
Yeah.
Shane only did one.
Same night.
And I'm pretty sure that Triple H tore the other leg that Shane didn't tore. So between the two of them, they are equally as man as Vince McMahon.
Yes.
Saying.
I just say this like, this is what you get for having him out there. This is what you get. You deserve. I'm sorry about Shane. What happened to him? But they deserve this. They shouldn't have brought him out there. You should just like, yo, Shane, to stay in the back is cool. We don't have to hear. Here comes the money.
Did you see the camera cut? I think it was from someone at the show of the cameraman telling Snoop to hit the Miz. Go hit the Miz. Like, good job there, sir. Good job.
Like, what else are you gonna do? Like, literally, like, what else are you gonna do? Like, yo, like, what are you gonna show me another commercial, Peacock commercial? Like, at this point, you might as well go ahead. You've been running them all night. What? You might as well show me the Pope commercial again.
Oh my God.
See, I feel bad for Shane because when he came back last time, he was like doing cage fighting and stuff. This might have been like 2015, 2016, and old dude like lifted up his shirt briefly, I don't know, to wipe some snot off his nose or something. Dude had like an amazing six-pack. Like, Shane O'Mac was like beastly there for a minute. And I don't know if he just hasn't been training or if just he hit that wall. But,
he did, because when he went back, he's like, yo, you don't need me? You don't need me anymore? All right, come on, go back in dad mode. Me and the cool sneakers. That's it. and they're like, "Oh, you need me?" I'm not shaking.
J. It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Exactly. It was awesome to be able to tear that quad.
Oh my god, I can't.
Well, since we're on the subject, because I was saving this for the end, but we're gonna jump around a little bit because this show is hella dope and we get wild in here. Who is your favorite wrestler?
Well, it used to be CM Punk. His incident. You know, I gotta go with Cody. Like he's showing me that a lot of growth since, you know, back in WWE. Cody has like really stepped it up, and now, with him showing me like he's got that it factor now. Like like I'm good with him. Like Cody's the man. Cody's the man. And Seth Rollins. I do like some Seth Rollins.
Yes. Now is Cody the man under the new Vince McMahon era again?
No.
Or do we see the return of?
If he goes back to that Stardust bit, I'm like, Cody, leave. Don't even walk. You run out of there.
Well, apparently he's supposed to do a update on his WWE contract. I think it's a work, honestly. So I'm pretty sure he signed a 3-year deal. But honestly, I see that man running out of that company if it starts to go to shit.
The only person I could see really, if it's really true, the bidding war of 2024 for MJF, I could see him, but I could see him going off script and Vince be not happy with the stuff he says.
Well, shit. I mean, the Rock does it every time he comes back.
But you know, Vince and the Rock get along. I don't think him and MJF going to get along.
Vince McMahon wants to see ratings. He wants to see money. And if this man's bringing in money, he may say something backstage off screen, but you ain't gonna deny ratings.
Yeah.
Especially, and it ain't gonna be up to him anymore. It's up to Endeavor, and it's up to USA and Fox because they the one cutting the check. It's like we want what we want, and we want it right now.
Exactly.
And MJF right now is by far. I mean, he's putting the work in, and he's keeping AEW afloat.
Barely.
Which I still can't watch, even for MJ. I was watching for MJF. I can't even do that anymore. Thanks, Moxley.
What? Whoa! What did Moxley do? Hold on.
Okay,
the Blackpool Combat Club is awesome.
Okay, yeah, so first of all,
Combat Club is awesome.
First of all, I can't. Look, my wife's favorite wrestler was Dean Ambrose. This is how I got my wife into wrestling, right? I said, there was nothing on TV. I said, hey, drink this beer, sit down, pick a guy. I know they're fake punching, okay? Drink the beer, take it for what it is, find a guy that you like. And she got on board with that, right? And, you know, it started off with Jeff Hardy, moved on to Edge, and then with time, you know, became Moxley.
I'm sorry for the Jeff Hardy thing.
She's got a Jeff Hardy tattoo and everything. Luckily it's on her back. Nobody ever sees it. But she was a big Dean Ambrose fan. And I was like, cool, you know, and now he's Moxley over here. And she was like, eh. And, you know, he went through rehab and stuff and came back. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, let's get on board with this. But I just can't watch the man's matches because he can be facing a jobber. He can literally be facing a nobody. And he's like, hey, dude, I'm just going to you just punch me and I'm just cut myself open real quick. Like, it could be the most lowest stakes match. It could be the opening match of the night against a new guy debuting straight from fucking indies. And he goes, hey, just stab this fork in my forehead real quick. And he's just bleeding. The match has gone on for 3 minutes. He goes, dude, this is going to get you so over, man. I'm going to be bleeding. I'm going to be like, oh. It's going to be like that whole Austin clip. Fucking Moxley bleeds everywhere all the time to the point where it means nothing to me. And I'm a little grossed out by it. I'm a little disgusted at this point.
So, the running joke is, with me and Tim and a couple of friends in the chat, I was like, if Moxley doesn't bleed, somebody else is going to bleed.
It's every...
You're right. Moxley does have to bleed every match. Yo, is Moxley bleeding? No, somebody else is going to bleed, dude.
Well, it was a joke I made on the Tuesday night show. I was like, John Moxley can never have a first blood match. He can't have. He's going to lose.
Frank says the man's busted open even on vacation. you can see him and Renee like they're sitting on a beach, like just chilling. It's like and
then the baby comes up like the baby just elbowed me in the head. You baby, honey, you're bleeding again.
He's like, hey babe, gotta practice. Like, I mean, what's that? That the butcher, the big guy from the 80s, 70s, 80s, Abdullah the Butcher, who's just got scars all over him. Like, that's what Moxley's going to be in a few years. So, not a Moxley guy anymore. But I wanted to say originally, I called Cody in 2008 because I'm all about having a long-term wrestler, right? Like, I don't like dabbling in a little bit. I like to follow a guy for a whole career. So Randy Orton's been my guy, but in 2008, I'm like, yo, watch this Cody kid, man. He bulks up a little bit. He's going to be huge. Really proud of Cody. But Cody is getting older. So I am watching MJF. Of course, who's not watching MJF? But I'm also watching Eli Drake, LA Knight. LA Knight. Yeah. I think he's getting up there in age too, but definitely has potential in the future. He's a new age Rock. I mean, that's what he sounds like. He sounds like the Rock. I'm not a fan of that, but like,
right. I think he sounds more like Steve Austin. I think he leans more to Steve Austin. I've seen people say like he sounds like the Rock. For me, he sounds more like Steve Austin because he's got the yeah chant, and then he's just like he talk like the way he talks. It sounds like Austin talking.
Yeah, he's got that gravel in his voice, man.
Yeah.
So really looking forward to him because I need to hitch a ride on something else if this Cody thing doesn't work out. So
yeah.
Just one more thing on the John Moxley piece. Frank wanted to say, could you imagine that signing he was signed in blood or in Sharpie?
He just started busting open. Hey, can you sign? Oh shoot, nah, you keep that, man. You keep that.
I got you right here, baby.
Yeah. They got a doctor there. Like, okay, we'll just go ahead and make sure you do a blood test on. But you should be good. Yeah, you should be good.
Oh my
well,
God.
You know how Sergeant Slaughter charges people for photo ops with the Cobra clutch? Like John Moxley could be like, "Yo, you want me to like bust you open for an extra $30, bro? I got this fork right here, man. I'll just cut you open. I'll cut me open. We'll do a photo. $30, man. Real easy."
Jeremy says MJF would make a good IC champion.
Yeah, I think he could be. I think he could be world champion. I really think he could be world champion. IC champion, yes.
He's got lots of time. He's got lots of time. I mean,
because right now Gunther, I mean, he.
Oh my small boy!
Oh, he ain't beating Gunther. MJF's not beating Gunther.
That dude's got a manhandle on that title.
That I say Sunday. That was one of the best matches on Sunday's WrestleMania.
Yes, sir.
Them dudes' chests were beat red.
Yeah.
That was slap festival. That was amazing. I was like, yo, these dudes put on a clinic. Like, this is what I want to see.
Mm-hmm. And it said him losing all that weight, coming in looking even better. Like, he looks stronger, thinner than he did, big. Like, goddamn. I said bringing back Imperium was also a must. You had to bring those guys back.
Oh yeah.
Well, Aaron, does the chat have anything before we switch gears again? Because this is
going through chat. That was chat.
That was chat. Okay. Well, before we move on, because I still have a whole list of questions. Like, I didn't even ask this man that many questions. Like, I sent him this email, and I'm like,
you do realize the chat loves wrestling.
2 hours. I know the chat loves wrestling. I know. We're gonna have to do another thing. We might have to make it a regular thing. We had Frank and Jeremy on Tuesday. Dante, if you ever want to jump in on that, man, we can work something out.
Make it a fatal 4-way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Dante, anything else you want to add on wrestling before I switch things up a little bit?
Nah, that's all I got. Just disappointed in WWE right now. That's all.
I very much agree. WW Endeavor, yes. Endeavor forever.
Endeavor.
I didn't think about that. Yo, together forever. It's gonna be WWE Endeavor. WWE Endeavor. I didn't see that coming.
Well, I guess they're coming up with a new like a new company parent name. So Endeavor is like the holding name. There will be a name that replaces it, and it will go on like
Endeavor
the New York
Sports.
Stock Exchange and all that.
Yeah. Not looking forward to that. Okay, so Art G never showed up in the chat. Normally Art G's working and he pops in and he listens to us, but that's fine. He must have heard that you were on. He was like, nah, I deal with that guy enough. Also, welcome, Articulated Chad. Glad I got to see your show tonight. I don't always get to catch in, but I had a little bit of time today, so it was really awesome. I also don't know a lot about G.I. Joe, so Articulated Chad educates me, and that's why I enjoy watching him. So, also part of TGIS, every Sunday night, we have 3 streams. You have Articulated Chad doing whatever his show name is that week, because I never get it right. And then you have Hella Dope. And then after that, you have Sonny. There is no Sonny tonight. He is under the weather. Sonny, we hope you get better soon. So don't be like us and try to leave here and go watch Sonny, because it ain't happening.
We're probably going to still try to watch Sonny, even though we're
always drunk. We're all drunk.
I'm going to text Ted. I'm like, dude, like, where's Sonny at? Like,
yeah. But TGIS every Sunday, man. We got your stream block right here. What the hell was I saying?
Something about Art not being here.
Oh, yeah, RG not being here.
Yeah.
Okay, so RG is not here. I'm very mad at him now. But you and RG have been putting in a new bad habit into the toy community. I've been catching, I believe it's Tuesday night, maybe, where you guys are just ripping open Marvel trading cards. And at first I'm like, well, I'm not a trading card guy. This looks dumb, but I'm going to support RG. I'm going to pop in and say hi. And then suddenly I'm like, I can't stop watching this. And then I was at Target the other day going, well, where the cards at? And I was like,
since I'm already here.
But turns out RG and Dante fucking bought them all up, and I couldn't find any. So let go ahead and pull out your cards. Tell us about these cards, man.
Honestly, I still can't find it. I had to order mine from Upper Deck at this point.
Oh my god.
But yeah, they're fun. Some Marvel trading cards. So it is the Avengers, the Flair 2022 Flair Ultra Avengers cards. If you can get them at Target, if you find them at Target, they're $30 for the box. This blaster box. If you want to get a hobby box, if you got that kind of money thrown around, it's $300 for the hobby box. But yeah, I didn't get that kind of money, and I'm just a broke college student trying to make it through this world.
You better start selling them feet pics.
Exactly. My OnlyFans is just gonna be feet figures. F and F. But in the blaster box, you get 3 packs and 6 cards per pack. So for $30, it does sound a little bit pricey, but the reason for that is these cards are really thick. It's a thick card stock.
Wow.
Are they the same size as a normal trading card?
No.
Yeah. So
here's size, but not the thickness.
You're right. But this is like a thin one.
So how do you store those?
So I actually just got some new sleeves. I ordered these sleeves here. These are thick card sleeves. And basically it's like all new art on these. Let's see if it's like you have stuff like you have Wiccan.
Hold on, let me put you on full screen and hopefully not boot you out. There we go.
Here we go. We got Wiccan, and then you have the information on the back like you always do. But like I said, these are all new art on these. Like even Squirrel, I'm not a fan of Squirrel Girl, but this card looks freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. Is that holographic or is that just the lighting?
No, just the lighting on it.
Okay.
Now you do have different parallels. There's a orange parallel. There's a blue parallel, green parallel. So like, here we go. So like, this is what they would call a green parallel. So this is just like, so the silver's the basic. This will be a green here, and then there's you'll have different ones.
A Taskmaster looks nice.
Yeah. Like I said, some of the artwork's great on these. Some of them just like you're just like, ooh, what happened?
So I know like every card set usually has like the one card that's like the card everyone's hunting for. Does this have that kind of card there, or is it, or are they just basically all kind of like the same basic cards?
So that's where it gets a little bit iffy. So in this case, there is subsets in this set. You have about, I want to say, at least 5 to 10 subsets.
Okay.
And which makes it even harder because some of them are just sold in hobby boxes. Some are sold in blaster boxes as well, or in both. I'm trying to see, like, do I have one here? Yeah, it's in one of these boxes because I got them all separated. But there's one I pulled last Monday that is like 1 out of like 540.
Oh, wow.
There it is. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So this one here, so they have chess pieces too. So they have the hero chess pieces and the villain chess pieces. So this is a hero chess piece. This is the queen. So this one is 1 out of 540. Okay. So this one is like hard to pull out of a box set.
So how do you display those chess pieces? Like, do they sell something that you could hang on your wall, or?
I wish it was. You might have to make something for them. Honestly, that's the best way I can put it. You may have to, like, I was thinking about making like a tabletop with them in there. That'd be kind of cool. Like, have them all set up. Like, if you could get all of them, but the hardest thing is like trying to get a king, the black king, and then I think it's the white king. But the kings are harder to get. So it's like you're kind of playing like it's a hard way to.
So I know they make
the best way to sum it up is hard.
I know they make those little like card slots. So it's like they're like little black like piece that you can slide cards into,
like a stand.
Yeah, like that would be probably something that you could look into doing. But I can just imagine playing chess with it now.
Right. But I don't know. See, and the thing is, like, because these are thicker card stocks, so I don't know if that would work. So you have to see, like, if it's going to fit this thick card stock, because it's probably 9 times 10 they usually only make it for like these size cards, like a thinner size. But yeah, it's my new addiction. Thanks to RG.
Yeah. So are you and RG going to continue that weekly live stream? Because it sounds like you're going to have to buy a $300 blaster box just to keep up.
Probably. I just ordered 3 more boxes.
While you guys were talking, I'm sitting here on Target right now. I gotta get these.
So like I said, because because what happened was I couldn't, because Target sold out. Like, after I bought like my last 5 boxes from there, it was like it just went to sold out. I was like, oh great. So now I can't get them at Target anymore for $30, which was the best way. I think Walmart has them, and they're asking $35, and Upper Deck has them on their website for $35 as well.
What about Amazon? Amazon got everything.
Amazon doesn't have them.
So they don't have everything A to Z. Then they lied.
Yeah, Amazon is really weird. They don't have them, which I find really weird too. But they just don't have them. I don't know why.
I'm gonna check my Target right now.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, that's the best way, because you can't order them online. And they said no. They're like, nah.
I was like, where are them Marvel cards at? And they're like, oh, we have Pokemon and some of these WWE cards. And I'm like, yeah, tempting, but no. Not that guy.
Yeah. I don't have it in my store, but it can be shipped to me by April 13th.
That's really not too far away.
Yeah, the WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, just those 2.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if they have these, like, yo, you're doing good. Yeah, it's just, I think it's more fun to open, since like most of us who grew up like I said, like in Marvel, like in DC, we had those cards back in the day. We'd be at a recess side, like, yo, what you got? I'll trade you this one. And I think when me and Art hang out later this month, we're going I got my stack of cards to trade him for. He's giving me because I need my Thanos. I need that Thanos that he's got. But yeah, it's like it's fun. It's just fun, like seeing like what you get in the pack because you never know. I've seen somebody pull a rare card out of a blaster box, so it's hard to say, but it's just fun hanging out with friends and just like saying like, "Ooh, what'd you get?" Like, it's like the same feeling I guess when people who collect Magic the Gathering cards and Pokemon cards, it's like they sit there and like, all right, let's see what we got. Like, oh man, look at this! I pulled this like this awesome card, this rare card that I didn't think I'd pull out of this pack. It's the same feeling. It's been a long time having that feeling. And this is like basically saying like when you get a new figure, like, ooh, this is like a new figure. Like I can't wait to open it. I've been waiting for this. So yeah.
Real quick, Mr. Wonderful, thank you for always stopping in and supporting the stream, supporting the store. You have a good night.
And then Bjorn as well.
Yes, Bjorn. I see that now. Pop it up there real quick.
Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate anybody who spends time watching this because, again, we thought it was going to be a goose egg. So,
yeah,
love everybody here.
Don't worry about it. It's always when you say me, it's always a goose egg.
Not because of Dante, but just because.
I'll say it's because of me. That's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
No, we pulled you into draw ratings, so we don't bring on duds, my friend. Have you seen the guests that we have? We only bring in the heavy hitters.
Do I look like Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, sir? I'm more of like what's his name? I'm more like Dolph Ziggler.
Hey, dude, Dolph Ziggler was hot. Then they cooled him off fast.
That's about where I'm at right now in my career.
We're not getting back in on a wrestling tangent here. I still have other questions here. Man, I didn't even get through this list. I like I said, I asked this guy freaking 10 questions, and this show got wild real quick. So I'm looking forward to more of you and Art G gripping and ripping. But I have to be careful because I look at it as like cocaine, and I would like it too much, and I don't have that kind of money. So I'm gonna live vicariously through y'all.
So what you're saying is we need to get a deal with the Upper Deck and start selling those in the store.
That was like the first thing Art G said on the stream when he saw us in there. He's like, "Yo, you guys need to get that," and I'm like, "Art G, I know what you're doing here, bud.
Exactly.
I'm telling you,
you will make if you get. I think the hardest part was like if you start carrying those hobby boxes, man, they'll move. Mm-hmm. They won't sit there. They'll probably move. But I just can't pay $300 for no hobby box though either.
Wow. I got a question for you later that involves close to that price point, but we'll get to that later. Okay. But Largo says that you class up the joint, so it's all good.
Like I said, we got the OG of live streams up in here, man. I'm telling you, nobody was doing this before you came along. There might have been some people dabbling, right? But again, you and Wade are the most long-term YouTube toy live streamers that I'm aware of. Maybe somebody else can educate me, but I've been following a lot of people since 2015, right? Like I'm up to date on my YouTubers, and y'all were there in the beginning, keeping me entertained. So I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Do we need to do a chat break before I move on and change gears again?
We're good for it. We're good for a moment.
All right, cool. We're not ready to Harukin yet.
Not yet.
All right, Dante, you live on YouTube. What are your favorite toy channels to watch?
Let's see, man. Toying Around with Kevin, definitely. High School Creations on Saturday night. I'm trying to think of, man, so many. The Figure Booth, definitely down. I can't forget that. Man, I'm trying to think. I gotta give my buddy Art G and Tim. Always down. Always gotta give them love as well. Unboxing Art.
Yep.
I know I'm forgetting somebody, and I do apologize.
It's okay, yo. If you remember in a little bit, like I said, we're gonna let you plug away at the end. If you need a shout out or be like, "Yo, I forgot your ass, my bad,"
Because like I said, everything like becomes like a blur. This whole month was a blur because Tim was like, "You doing your media tour?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't remember whose channels I were on."
Yeah.
Everything was like a blur. Like I remember talking to somebody, and I was like, "I don't remember what night that was." I was like, "I don't know." So, I do apologize if I forgot anybody.
We're not gonna let you forget that you're here, though.
No. I was on here too, so I was here. This is one of my favorite channels here.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's getting clipped and run all week.
right next to Sonny promoting the GI Joe.
Seal of approval right here. Now we just need that pesky laser pants guy to do the same damn thing. He's always fucking being a dick to us.
How dare he spend his money in our store?
I know, fuck that guy. All right, so first of all, those you named some channels that I might be familiar with, but I haven't really watched. So one, I am well aware of High School Creations, but I did not know he was running a show on Saturday nights. That is good to know for me. And then you named some other ones in there as well that I don't think that I've heard of, as I'm sitting here saying, I know my toy YouTube channels. Dante's laying down the knowledge on me here. So I appreciate that, because what I find interesting about this toy YouTube world is, we think we have it cornered, and then we meet somebody, we talk to somebody, and then this whole new world and bubble opens up, because you can go to your channel or the 3POA or our channel, and then you can go to somebody like Wade, and there's totally different names in there, people that I've never seen or heard of. But, we have this bubble, and then I see these names, and then I go somewhere else, and I see the same names, and that's nice. And then suddenly a new whole dark alley opens up, and we're right in there. So I really like expanding the community horizon,
Yeah, because it's funny, because like when I go to like toy shows or cons, it's like I know you. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know you. I do apologize. Like I feel bad because I don't know, like, because everybody's under like their YouTube name, so I don't know like what they look like in person. Or it's like I'm meeting somebody new for the first time, like, yeah, I got a channel. I was like, oh, okay, sure, like, yeah, definitely follow, yeah, subscribe. Like I have no problem. But it's like, I was like, yeah. Like Saturday, I was not this Saturday, but the past Saturday, I was New Jersey Toy Show, and I was like, hey, he's like, how you doing? It's like, he's like, I love your show. I'm like, I was like, I appreciate it. Like, I'm sorry, and you are. He's like, I'm Blackpool. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, hey, like,
you need to lead in with that.
Yeah. Because like I feel bad. I'm like, I don't know who these people are in real life. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like I feel bad, but then they were like, "No, it's fine," because you only know about my YouTube. Like that is true. Like I'd never seen anybody really, because some people go like under a different handle on their Instagram than on YouTube, and I was like, okay, I don't get confused.
Yeah, that's why we had to make sure we locked up helladopetoys on all social media platforms just in case.
Yeah,
because like my name, like there's so many people like with different variations of it. I'm like, I can't even think of a different way to spell it or put it out there to like separate me from everybody else. So
don't, just do me a favor, never put no numbers after it. Just don't be like any gamer. Don't be like every gamer like, yo, is Jimmy 2346? Like, what are these numbers for, dude? Like,
yep, it's gonna go ahead and scratch that off the list now. Thanks for busting that bubble.
You know what you could do? You like, if you do it, you could do it Blacknight, the one only Blacknight. If that's not already probably taken, but that's probably already taken.
One and only.
Like you could put like the number one, like the one, like the, and then number one, Blacknight.
Go ahead and check that listing right now.
Yo, we the ones.
We the ones.
Yeah. We the ones. There we go.
Sentinel still representing.
That's right. Day one ish.
Highly articulated is in the house.
Hey, highly articulated. I am so happy to see you. Thank you for joining us, man. I got to pop into his show. So, like, I almost want to add him to TGIS. I got to talk to the other Mafia leaders here, but he does a show at 5-ish Eastern time. I don't know the exact time because I also got there late. But he was having a really good conversation today, and I strongly recommend checking out that replay if you can. And he's also just everywhere. When we were talking about opening up weird dark toy alleys, like Highly Articulated was one of those dark alleys that I walked into, and he was there. And I'm grateful for that. I came around the corner, I didn't get mugged because he's a very friendly Canadian. Like, even on his negative shows, he's like, I'm about to be real negative here, and he's just so incredibly nice.
Random Diorama has also suggested that I go with Blacknight Forever. Forever.
Hold on. We can't. You put it unless I can do it for ever.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Forever,
okay.
forever,
That. Hold on. Now we're doing a Spock thing here.
No, we're not going to live long and prosper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
number
you can do
4, and then the ever. You know what? Random. I like that. I might have to make that a thing.
And on another side note, check out next week because Random Diorama is going to be here, and I'm going to have a separate camera up and make him explain to me how to fix my janky ass diorama that I finished doing.
See, Random, this is actually why he wanted you on the show.
No, that's exactly the only reason. Because
I hate to bust the bubble now, but that's what's happening.
What if he tells you like, "There's nothing I can do"? There's nothing.
Yeah, he's like, "There's no saving this one, sir. Just break it in half. Start over."
I will also be buying some stuff. I will also be going while you're tugging.
So I got to meet Random on the Rocco live stream a few months ago, and ever since then I was like, yo, can I ask you some questions? He was like, yeah, just message me. And then I don't. And then I'm driving. I'm like, oh, crap, I got to ask random questions. And then I don't. And it's just been an endless cycle. So I'm like, you know what? Let's get this bro on. And let's settle this once and for all. So Random is going to help me fix my diorama. He doesn't know that yet.
Don't tell him. If he shows up in chat, don't tell him.
Oh,
it's a trap.
Oh,
Admiral
yeah.
Akbar. Get your Admiral Akbar
on. But back to our current guest, and then we'll get back to the chat here in just a moment. Dante, there's a lot of stuff coming out right now. You mentioned that you were collecting just about everything. What is your most anticipated upcoming independent release?
I have to say the Berserker Hades toy. Like, that one looks fire. It's on 5K Toys, but they have 2 different versions. There's like a gold version of him, and then they have like a purple version of him. But I bought the Zeus like when they first dropped that one. That one's awesome. I love that Zeus because he has the sword. So if you ever play God of War, he has like the sword from that, like kind of like from there. He has lightning bolt. He has like the full-on tunic and everything. Like, I love that figure. And I was hoping they would make more, and they are. So I'm like, yes, I need Hades to go with the rest of them. So, no, I think it's Hades or Ares. I can't remember. No, I think it's Hades. Yeah, so that one I'm super excited for. I can't wait for that to come out.
So I don't think that's even on. I don't think I've seen pictures of that.
That's because you're lazy, and I do all the back end stuff.
I am not on the radar of this. Toy. All right. Is there anything else? Did you back Savage Crucible?
I did, and I had to unfortunately back out because some stuff came up with the car. So it was like I was so upset. I was like, man, I want to do this, but I couldn't.
And by
but
car,
I'm glad they made it.
By car, you mean the ramen toy car?
It's funny because that's exactly what that's what I was alluding to earlier that I was going to touch up on. But yes, I was going to ask, were you going to? Are you getting into that? Is that something that sparks your fancy?
It does, but then it's like, so for me, it's kind of like it's hard because yes, I would love to support it, but then it's like I already have the files for that same card basically, like off of like a 3D
printing,
yeah. So it's kind of like, man, I was like, I could print it out myself, or have somebody do all the other work for me, and I could just buy it. So I'm just kind of like, I'm like still deciding. I'm up in the air on it at the moment. It looks great. Don't get me wrong. The car looks awesome. Looks amazing with the add-ons that you can purchase separately for it. But the car looks good.
Yeah, 198 in US dollars for the if you do the charger with the 2 extra add-ons.
Wait, 198. Where's 198 coming from?
Oh, someone's not knowing what's happening. So Ramen
I'm sorry,
Toys
because
is
we don't have taxes here. That's why I'm trying to figure it out.
well Ramen Toys is doing an early buy. So if you get in early, it's like 175, and then
Right.
the 2 extra pieces is like $22.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
And then like I think he's doing like it's like if we do one car, it's like $50 shipping into the US. I don't know. I was reading through the small details on the website, but I mean, 175 compared.
Yeah, you threw me off of like 198. I was like, yeah, that is because I'm like, are you adding taxes on there? Because like it's not taxes. There's no taxes here in my state, so we don't know about these things that are adding on taxes stuff.
I can tell you all about taxes.
Yeah,
trust me. I know PA between PA and Maryland and Jersey. Yeah, I know about all them taxes.
Hate them.
Jerks.
Especially when you own a business. Like, oh man.
Yes, it is unfortunate. All right, well, let's take a quick chat break because it looks like it's popping. I don't know.
What we got? This is kind of referring back to those Marvel cards. Axion saying that those cards be thick.
Yes, they are.
Yes. Largo's Lair. FYI, Ted DarkClaw domination in the lair tomorrow. So if you haven't heard, Ted DarkClaw will be on Beast and Baddies, talking about some boglins. So make sure you guys check that out tomorrow. I will be there in support in the chats. Is that a premiere? Is that
It's
what you're doing?
Live stream premiere. I believe it is 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what it is in Jim Largo time, but my YouTube tells me 17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a premiere, but Largo's Lair likes to do their premieres with a live theme. So you just like what we're doing now, you can pop in, talk in the chat, which I think is really awesome. So I will also be in the chat, maybe a little tipsy because I'm going out with the wife during the day. And yeah, I will be there. But we're talking all about boglins. We're trying to bring that back.
Yes,
bring it back. Bring back the boglins.
Yes, especially some zombie boglins that are going to be shipping in June.
Which you can pre-order right now at helladopetoys.com. Glow-in-the-dark zombie boglins, man. Let's bring them back. They need to be in kids' hands. Let's go.
Yes.
Yes.
Rumble Toys. Ted's going to Target right after the show. This is in reference to that Marvel Legends cards. Just in case you needed a reference point.
No, it's I don't have a reason to go down the card aisle, but then suddenly Art G and Dante are like, "Hey man, need a reason to go down the card aisle?" And I said, "No,
got you now." Look at these. You get these chess piece cards. Like shit, that sold me right there.
Well, look, it's better than look. I like ordering my stuff online because I don't have to interact with nobody. So,
my problem is I'm already at Target, so I'm like, well, I might as well go look.
Got the detergent. Well, let me go ahead and look these cards.
Well, shit. For my birthday, like they all got me like Target gift cards. They know I'm always there. They're like, well, here's some Target gift cards. We got you.
If you won't be disappointed. You go there and be like, oh, Neckers disappoint me again, once again. All right, let me see these cards. Like, they got the cards. Let me go ahead and buy these.
Like, honestly, at this point, I can't be disappointed with NECA because I just go, I want this figure. Order one case. And it goes in this. That's exactly how this works. Jim Largo, when people call me number one, they're usually using their middle finger. Ain't that
That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame.
They need to put some respect on Jim Largo's name, okay?
Oh, Jim Largo's the man.
And then he's also saying that toy community is a circle within circles as all 6 degrees of Dante. Get your tinfoil hats ready.
Man, that's why I should get like a giant chalkboard behind me and just start like putting like circles like, yeah, so this is what happened with this person over here. So I said I knew this person from this, and then it came all the way back to me. I'm like, oh man,
Dante in midstream is gonna go all like conspiracy theory on somebody.
It's a weird inbred YouTube family tree, man.
So Axion, $250 shipped for the cars. James Kent, that is a name I haven't seen. Welcome.
James Kent, welcome, bro. We love new people. Thank you for hanging out with us, man.
Yes, so $90 for 2 cars, $50 for 1. So yeah, and that's in US dollars shipped. So I'm looking forward to what I went on the website, saw some of the other stuff they had. I'm really looking forward to whatever else he's coming up with in the future. I really hope that this does work out for him, because I said that car, when they showed it on the 3 POA, I'm like, wow, I have to have that car.
Also, if you're one of the first 1,000 people to order it, you get a Robbie Reyes head.
Yes, I did see that. What else we got here? James. I can't do $120 per car for express shipping. That hurts the pocket some. In order for me to pay $120, I need you guys to go ahead and get these AWOC figures right here. I also heard that some store that is big and bad still don't have theirs, but guess who has their shipment twice? Just saying.
And on top of that, if you order it anytime between now and 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, your order is going to be packed and shipped and go out tomorrow morning. Like literally, like you can order something right now, and as soon as this stream ends, I'm be like, piss off, Aaron, I gotta go pack orders. Whatever. And that's what I'm gonna go wake up my wife, because Mrs. DarkClaw packs all the orders. I'm like, girl, get up. We got work to do. We'll pack all night. We've done it before. We'll do it again.
Yeah. New Year's.
New Year's was
you guys were wild on New Year's, and
that was a weekend. That was a weekend. So go check out helladopetoys.com because we are interested in the Ramen Racer and stocking it in our store, and we are currently in negotiations for said thing to happen. So
yes.
Maybe you don't have to have it shipped from Singapore. Maybe you can have it shipped from Ohio.
Ooh. Actually, on Facebook, you mean kids need to have their hands in bottles when you can take that anyway. In the mouth.
In the mouth. Sorry, I just saw fingers and then heard in the mouth.
He said, "Join the Dark Order."
That's
with
one
a boggling on your hand. Put a boggling on your hand. Join the Dark Order.
The boggling is the new leader. He's the true Lord serving with Evil Uno.
Anything else in the chat before we let Dante do some shout outs?
Go ahead. I'll wrap up some last minute chats before we call it.
Okay, cool. So, Dante, we're going to close out here in a few minutes and release you back into the wild so you can go watch some more X-Files. Well, that's a song lyric.
To go watch more X-Files.
So, what would you like to promote, man? You got open platform here. There's like 17 people in the chat chilling. Fire away. Channels, your channel, your business, anything. Go for it.
Join us every Friday. Now that the Defending Equation is back on 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Next Sunday, we will be back with IE Creators. It'll be, as always, my co-host, Damian D. Blakes Makes, and Steph Detour Customs. And we'll have 796 Studios joining us at that time. If you did miss the last one, last month we had on High School Creations. He was talking about the Walk D. So if you want to get a little bit more information as well on there, we talked to him, and he did show off some pieces as well, like he's been doing with every other show that's on YouTube. So, congrats to that, man. You can always find us on the Infinite Equation IG. You can find me at Dark Jokerzin IG. You can find me at Dark Jokerzin Twitter. You can find the show on Infinite Equation on Twitter. We do have a Discord for the Infinity Equation, so if you want to join that, you're more than welcome to. We have a Facebook page for the Infinity Equation podcast, so you can join that as well. And I can actually say I have not had to deal with any Armor mods. Take care of everything. They've been posting. Shout out to Jason Lopez, who posts everything in the Discord page. He's been on point like with everything, like literally movie, TV, figure reveals. He has done it. He's posted everything, and there's not been no squabbles that have been squashed. So it's pretty quiet.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, let's work hard.
That's what we have Axion figs for now. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And Frank at Realm of Toys.
So, anything left in the chat before we close out and plug away?
Yep, just a couple quick things here. The 13th Prince, welcome. I did see you post something earlier, I think, or maybe
he's a regular customer, by the way.
He is a regular customer. He says,
which I didn't realize because his name isn't 13th Prince.
Well, we should make that a thing. Change your name.
We should.
It says Roman Toys announced around noon that they hit the halfway mark to the first 1,000 orders, which is good news to hear. So if you saw the 3POA podcast, or if you've been following Ramen Toys about this car and you're interested, help the man out. Let's get this thing a reality. Axion figs once again. Hello Dope ships faster than Billy the Kid's quick draw. Say less, my friend. That's what we do. It's not just a saying. It's what we do, man. We want to make sure you get the hotness as quickly as possible. We may not be Amazon, but we'll put up a fight just like them. So if you haven't got anything from us, I challenge you to give us a try. Unless you're Jim Largo, who lives in Guatemala, or if you live in Canada,
go somewhere then by boat,
or if you live in the UK or Australia. If you're international, I can't help you. You'll get it.
No, that UK order landed really quick, and that second order to Jim Largo also landed much faster than the Boglin did. So
I'm gonna that's fine, but I'm gonna keep safe with the US faster shipping than international.
Most people get their order 2 to 3 days.
Because I was driving the boat and flying this plane, so that's why. Don't worry, I do both. I make sure stuff, my cargo ships come in, they real safe. We wreck a lot of stuff, but we get your stuff in.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as I get it first, it's good.
There you go.
James Kent, once again, thank you again. Like I said, first time I've seen you in the chat. We appreciate you stopping in. If you've been in and lurking the entire time, we appreciate you lurking also. But he's saying Robbie Reyes' head is going to be different from what he showed. I don't care. I'm getting a free head. Absolutely.
Getting free head. That's what we're all about at Hella Dope.
Absolutely.
Please don't.
Free head piece for your figure.
Dante was almost out. He was.
I was going to say, what does everybody want? Head. What does everybody need? Head. Now, if you remember Al Snow, if those who don't remember, it was Al Snow.
We were there.
Yes, sir. That was a great time in life.
Mm-hmm.
And then Axion Figs, I saved this one for last. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I mean, if you're not hitting that like button, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, why'd you even show up here? Gosh.
I feel like that's if you haven't hit the like button, you just gotta get that Superman punch.
All right,
Aaron, what you got to promote?
I mean, I got tons of things to promote.
Fire away, sir.
What am I promoting today? Let me look. Get your AWOC figures from Helladopetoys Toys. We did get into weapons packs. We got a small shipment of those. We were kind of wondering how that would do. So far, so good. There are still a couple of the All-Star 5 from Mythic Legion still available. Yes, you'll have to kind of sort through it, but you'll find it. Trust me. Yeah. AWOC. AWOC is the word. And then we're waiting on Wave 2. So hopefully if you haven't got yours or you're waiting for some store that's big and bad, I heard that Hello Dope Toys will get it maybe quicker.
Maybe in a few days.
I want my thing. Give me my thing.
My
Jason,
thing.
if you're listening, Jeremy, if you listen, tell Jason to get me my thing. I want my thing. I need my thing.
That's what Aaron's been saying since PowerCon.
Since August last year, when I saw that, yeah. I'm like, that was so Jason at Spirit of Toes was the first, that was the first deal we landed. and like it was all based because I liked a gorilla named Thane.
Exactly. My wife told me to get a second one. She was like, "Okay, she gonna get a second one." What? You ain't gotta tell me twice. Hold on, let me get
I got it. Also, if you haven't heard Dante, they are having an exclusive at PowerCon. It is an orange Thane.
I ain't gonna be able to make it to PowerCon though.
Well, it just so happens maybe you have 2 people that are in Columbus, Ohio already that will be at PowerCon, and maybe you already ordered some. And you just need to send some money their way, and they'll ship you one. I mean, I don't know. If you know some guys that just
if you know some guys who know some guys in the YouTube toy community, the dark alleys, we hang in only the darkest of alleys. You know,
random diorama, sudden promotion is sudden. I mean, yeah, that's what I do.
Yes.
Also, Jim Largo, that's a really good idea. When we hit the big time, we will get drones that will deliver to Guatemala with that express shipping.
I'm trying to figure out how that's going to work, because that drone's going to run out of battery by the time it hits like
oh no, it's solar power, baby. It's solar power.
It'll be a drone boat.
I told you. Look, I got my boat. I had my boat from back when I got my Sentinels off the ship. You know, I got my boat.
Yep.
All right, Dante is now in charge of international distribution. Congratulations, sir. He's like, I'm on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
You ever see Miami Vice? That's me. Like,
so I need you to go ahead and head to Singapore and grab those ramen cars for us, and then you just drop them off at the warehouse.
Don't worry. I got you.
He's got us.
Look, my shipping docks are, we're packed. We're back to the gills, but I can get you guys. I can put you on the list for first. I put my gun runner second, and I shouldn't say that.
Mr. DarkClaw, before we head out, what do you have to push today?
Oh, I have so many things, just like what I'm sipping on. You can go to helladopetoys.com right now and purchase this one Sergeant Slaughter that I might have licked. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Find out. We also have Animal Warriors of the Kingdom available. Everything but Atreyu, because suddenly it went from Pale being the hotness to Kali being the hotness to Chunari being the hotness. And then Atreyu was like, yo, that's the new hotness. We restocked everything. And everyone's like, no, I want Atreyu now. So we have everything but Atreyu, but you should go to helladopetoys.com right now. Load up on some Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, especially those Chunaris and the Ravengers, if you're trying to get in on Authority Figure's future upcoming game.
I need some more.
Yeah, well, hey, holla at your boys. Well, I'll pack that tonight. It'll be out tomorrow morning. It'll be there before you know. Wednesday morning, you're gonna wake up and like, dang, there's a toy on my porch.
That's right.
In addition,
look, I'm sorry, real quick.
Oh, good.
This week's been like Hasbro posters hit my pockets. Like every day was like a box. Like FedEx was like, "Hey, here's 2 more boxes." They got tired. Like I guess the guy got tired. He just started throwing the boxes up on the porch. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not putting this." I'm just like, "Yeah, you're doing this anymore."
If I got to deliver one more goddamn box of this, man, I swear to God.
Swear to God, man. So in addition, tomorrow night, Monday at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Jim Largo's Lair, will be doing their episode of Beasties and Baddies about the Boglins, which includes your local Boglin expert, Mr. Ted DarkClaw, where we talk about all sorts of Boglins lore, how to get them, all that fun stuff. And when you're done watching that, we got Zombie Boglins on pre-order. They're going to launch in June, land to us, and then immediately just zip on right out to you. We pack our Boglins with care, just like everything that we do. Outside of that, Helladope Toys on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, OnlyFans, all that. We are there. We are there. So,
my Lord.
I'm trying to figure out. Wait a minute. TikTok, I couldn't get past. OnlyFans I can find with the TikTok. I need. We need to talk about the OnlyFans one, because I need to start seeing the IE on OnlyFans. Like, yo, here we go.
So I went to a channel called Brick Something, and he taught me how to strip these down. So on our OnlyFans, we show naked versions of these Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, and then we charge a nominal fee for it.
Yes.
And then lastly, next week, join us as we have Random Diorama on, talking all things diorama. All things diorama.
Drama.
Diorama. Oh, could we have some diorama drama?
Good, because apparently you don't know how to make one.
That's right. Thanks for reminding me.
Man, that's what I'm here for.
Love having you here every single week.
Mr. DarkClaw, always a pleasure being your co-host and partner of life and business.
So with that, Dante, unless you got some last words, we're gonna roll out.
Nope, that's it.
All right. Love you all. See you all next week. helladopetoys.com. Peace.